On the 22nd of February 2011, Christchurch became the focus of the world's media, all coming to focus on the death and destruction in the area. Today, the media coverage still remains, but the focus is different. It's on a changing city, a city rebuilding what it lost, and that's exactly what you'll see today. Welcome to 3 years on. We're focusing on the media in this program. We're going to take a visit to Para Productions and have a look around one of their new series they're making. And we take a visit to CTV to look at one of the businesses greatly affected by the earthquake. Christchurch received massive media attention. The world's biggest news channels arrived to cover such a disaster.
Aftershocks continue and parts of the city are in ruins.
Dozens of people are reported dead now, hundreds of people still trapped in that rubble.
But today, Christchurch is a very different place. Documentaries are being made to cover the rebuild of the city. Today we've come to the BNZ Epic building where we're going to be meeting with Para Productions in their new facilities here in central Christchurch. Let's go have a look. Para Productions was first set up by producers Virginia Wright and Veronica McCarthy. Para has produced documentaries all around the world and are well known for their recent series, A Shocking Reminder.
This is Deborah Sim. She's our researcher for our office. Over here where the producers sit, so that's Virginia and Veronica, they sit over there. This is my desk, and that's Kelly, who is our media manager slash production assistant, production coordinator, all-round helper.
The small group of people are currently producing the series Aftermath.
So Aftermath, the idea of Aftermath series came to us after we did A Shocking Reminder. Right. Because we also live in Christchurch and we're experiencing it every day. We realised that there were aspects to the effects on the city and the people in Christchurch that we hadn't looked at or more, specifically. And so we realised there were 5 areas which were of high interest, not just to us, but to most people in Christchurch. And that was the social effects of the earthquake on people in the community, the science of earthquakes. Christchurch people now will know more about earthquakes than anyone else in New Zealand because people didn't realise that after you have a big earthquake, you have lots of aftershocks, and they can be quite violent as well. Lots of people don't realise that. And lots of people want to know what an earthquake is, and so the science of it came out that, that's something that people really needed to know about and to understand better. And then the other 3 were the effects on business in Christchurch as our second biggest city in New Zealand and the biggest industrial city in New Zealand. We have a lot of businesses here, small and large. How was it affecting the economy, the structure, Christchurch business structure?
Since the disaster, their main focus has been on following the earthquakes.
Shoots and meetings, and over there is our edit and transcribing one. And we're always in the process of doing other documentaries, so we don't just do one lot of documentaries. We're thinking about the next project as well. Yeah, so this is the edit suite, and this is Lynette, our editor. And this is one of our projects that she's editing at the moment for Aftermath, the heritage doco. So Para have been focusing on the earthquake documentaries due to the fact that the first documentary they did on the earthquake was basically as it happened. So when the September 4th earthquake happened, the producers and owners of the company, Para Company, asked to do a documentary on the earthquake, and it was an obstock called A Shocking Reminder. So we were cataloguing basically what was happening in Christchurch at the time after the 4th of September earthquake. And it originally started out being about the fact that it was almost the perfect earthquake. There were no deaths directly from the earthquake, it was damage. But then the February earthquake happened, and so the program got bigger.
How do you fund a documentary like this?
Well, in New Zealand, it's mostly with places like New Zealand On Air.
Yeah.
So you actually have to put in a submission to get funding. So you have to usually you get the funding first and then you make the documentary, and that's what we did.
What's the history behind PAWA? When did it start up? Who started it up?
So it started up about 3 years ago, and it was when Veronica McCarthy-DeFries and Virginia Wright came together to, they're both experienced producers, and they came together to make PAWA. And A Shocking Reminder was, I think, don't quote me, but I think it was the first production that PAWA made together. Right. Yeah, they made together in PAWA production.
PAWA's new series airs in the coming months. It's easy to say that CTV was one of the most affected companies in the Christchurch earthquake. Their name was splashed all around the world after the collapse of their building. 115 people died in the CTV building, 16 of them from CTV alone. Now, 2 years on, they've reinvented themselves. They're in a new building, new premises and a new location, and they've even marked a major milestone by going digital just a short time ago, expanding their viewing by a mile. I spent a day with CTV and Joe Kane, and they showed us around their new premises. CTV first started over 20 years ago. They moved into their CBD building in 2003, where they were based until the earthquake in 2011, which destroyed that building. Following the earthquake, CTV have moved into these facilities here on Wairiki Road. Joe, Head of News, is going to show us around these facilities and what they've got.
Well, it's always a really good place to start here, and I say that good is because CTV and where we've come from, this is what it looks like. This is what we're all here for now, is to try and honour and remember those that were so cruelly taken away. And sometimes when we look at this board, you know, what I see is, you know, the families and the vibrancy of them, but we actually lost a lot of institutional knowledge. And it's pretty sobering on a day-to-day basis, but it belongs here. It's part of who we are, where we need to go. And very exciting times we have. Quite often we just come down here on certain days and we'll meet in front of it, and so that we can talk together. Going digital was a good part, because we felt like going digital was kind of, hey guys, they were all so excited about it. So it's here, and that's tangible, and that reminds us where we've come from. And
CTV receptionist Marianne Jackson, a survivor of the collapsed building, still reckons CTV today has a big profile.
I think it has a huge profile. I mean, it was flashed across the world news on many occasions with the earthquake, and still is every now and then when inquiries come out, Royal Commission inquiries and everything. So it has got a huge, you know, profile, and we've come a long way since the earthquake, when we lost all those beautiful people. And also all our equipment, everything. We lost everything. We had to start from scratch.
Right.
And a lot of dedication from, you know, all the amazing staff too. A lot of dedication,
Talk us through things like, can we just turn this around here? Talk us through the likes of that, and you were pointing at those over there.
Well, we have the two awards here. They were both the only things we got back. We only got a few things back from the earthquake. We got these two awards and this award, and they were found in the building. And it's amazing that this one's a bit worse for wear, but you know, it survived. So we have that here on display. Yes.
That's quite amazing. So the rescuers and when they're going through trouble, they found these. That's
they
really
also got my bag back too.
Right.
After about 7 or 8 weeks with everything in it.
Really? Wow, that's absolutely
and my
incredible.
Jacket.
That's incredible.
My jacket that was on the back of my chair. Seat.
Yeah. The earthquake has meant new opportunities for CTV, like going digital, the development of a new studio, and the employment of new staff. Jude Kirk, presenter of Let's Go Shopping, says she enjoys every day at the station and enjoys helping local businesses.
I've been here since February of last year, so almost 18 months now.
And what's your role the team?
I'm a presenter with a local shopping program called Let's Go Shopping, and we showcase the best of Canterbury businesses are here.
Yeah. How long how long does it take to put a basic show together? Do you have to do a bit of prep for it, or
Well,
is it
we
just
mainly
organising
do-
who comes in?
We have a sales team that go out and on-sell for the show, and then on a Friday is our main film day here, so it's pretty hectic in here, getting all the filming done, and then on a Tuesday, like you're experiencing today, is what we call our slot-ins for people who are unable to come in on the Friday.
Right.
They come in on the Tuesday, and then they get slotted in for on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday on the program.
Okay.
The program is four shows a day, so it's good advertising for local businesses.
So there you have it, Power Productions and CTV, both fine examples of media businesses with a positive outlook on the future of Christchurch.